My A was a little loud, bro.
So, first thing I'm noticing is we got new stickers.
Yeah, I just threw that together real fast, Lord willing that the
The soundboard,
the soundboard
stays with us.
even worked. But yeah, I just kind of threw some tape on it temporarily. That way you knew, and I didn't have to bring that notebook back out to explain everything again.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that part when we get to it. And you're gonna be, my abbreviations are, I feel like something you can figure out what it is.
I understand them.
So, yeah. It's how it is. Just the way of the Ryan mind, Ryan brain.
Yeah. I think this is supposed to be music, though. You put TV and movies. That would both fall into
No. See, I was gonna put movies on TV, like TV or entertainment. I was gonna put enter and then movies.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then I went to go do music, and I was like, oh, good thing I didn't do that because I would have music and then movies right beside each other and just have like an M or something. It would get really confusing. So I put music, but apparently I put movies. So, is your camera on a wide angle or is it just further?
It's just further away.
Cool. That's good. That's good. You need to tune into the YouTube videos, guys, because just listen to a podcast can get boring. Not ours, obviously. Ours is entertaining. Mm-hmm. But what makes ours even more entertaining and just more worthwhile is the YouTube. Check it out. Go ahead. You know what we're going to do? We're going to give you a second to just click off the podcast and go straight to the YouTube podcast so you can watch it. You can even play it in your car, and you don't even have to watch the whole time. Just put it on your dash. Just don't tell the state trooper who said that. And you can kind of glance every once in a while to look at it and see what's going on. And if you did and you're there now, welcome. And check out the setup. You would think that for Season 2, Episode 1, we would have the setup
different.
Yeah, but instead we waited until a week later. I finally get the motivation.
We just like to throw curveballs. That's all it is.
Yeah. So me and Jesse worked on this, of course, our manager. I had the idea. I had the vision. I put the board up, screwed it on. I was like, I want to paint it black. And then I saw the on-air sign. I'm like, man, that cord is always in our way. So I didn't want it up there anymore. I was like, I bet it'll fit up there. Screwed it in, and it did. And then the only problem was it was see-through. And I was liking it. Because first I saw the board, and I was like, I should have made a board longer so it'd cover all this. And that's when I had the idea to put the on-air sign. It covers it. Painted it black. And Jesse did most of the painting because I'm not good at that crap. So
I received a payment from Alejandro for our t-shirt through PayPal.
Oh.
And he told me he would pay me, or when he came to get it, or whatever. So then I texted him. I was like, "Hey, are you coming to Texas soon?" And he didn't reply to me.
Shoot, he might be.
So I don't know if he worked on.
I know last year he had planned to come back again. He wanted to come back twice last year. Once and then come back again. So maybe he comes back. This is around the time he came the first time, so it would be cool.
Yeah, he's gonna come take our shirt.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, right at this point, it's kind of just a piece of our wallpaper. We moved it from here, where all my rest of my clothes are, to now on the wall because we had extra space. Yeah. So, man,
I know. Look at that.
Different color green. Didn't even realize.
Every design is different.
Yeah,
every one.
And that's what makes your shirt uniquely special. So guess what?
If you got one.
If you got one, I would say keep it. But hey, you never know. In the future, you may be able to sell it for a lot of money. Mm-hmm. We hope you don't do that unless you're just really in a bind. But just know, it's a possibility that you could get thousands.
Yeah, shout out all the people out there wearing Gonzalez and Galyean merch.
Hey, we appreciate you. We do.
We needed that money. We've spent it for sure. Not true.
We never spent it before the podcast even started.
Yeah.
We have probably not made a quarter back from what.
Probably not.
Like a quarter of some of what we have spent on the podcast, but that's okay. That is okay. Man, voice crack number 1. There we go. I am a tired man.
I got something to mention is that another thing, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube, is you might have missed our trailer that we made after we made the first episode.
We didn't get it promoted on the first episode.
Yeah, but we made a trailer for season 2, which is essentially just a skit It's not actually like there's no footage or anything, but
Yeah, because we'd have to have some season 2 already recorded having a trailer.
yeah. So
And how do you make a trailer for a podcast? It's just like, and then it shows you.
you're
I'm
just
like laughing, you know.
just like music over it.
It
Just
could.
like,
It's kind of weird. It'd literally be a 10-second trailer. Just use our theme song.
It'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
That'll be our season 3 trailer.
From all of our other seasons or what?
Oh no.
We can literally record our first podcast and just make a trailer off the first podcast. As long as it's a long podcast. Speaking of which, we will go ahead and let you know now. This podcast most likely will not be a longer one, just because, as we mentioned in the week prior, that we would have a revival, and that is now. We have a revival going on in our church. You're welcome to come, but once you listen to this, it's going to be a few days late. So, but we had the first day yesterday of it, yesterday morning and last night. Pretty good. Last night was a little long, not gonna lie, but still some heat.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was one of those things that it was long, and I could tell it was long once it was over, but it didn't feel as long as the time was. Yeah. So, wasn't terrible. But yeah, so we got a revival going on. We got to be there at 7, which means we have to end this for sure at
6:30ish.
6:30, honestly. Really, 6 would be great. I mean, that's only 30 minutes. We can try to get longer than that. But 6, that way we can do our editing and whatnot. But
yeah,
we'll see. We'll figure it out. And we'll play it by ear.
I invited some people to revival today.
Oh, yeah? Who'd you invite? Your work coach? Huh?
No. And they're people we know. Like Ralph, because he came in the feed store. So I told him. And then Brother Grady came in. So I told him. And then Brandon Bohan. It's like, what the heck, all these
To the
people?
church, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, all y'all people, y'all should
I
come
saw a
check
boomer
out
just when I was driving my side-by-side.
On the road here?
Huh?
On the road here?
Yeah, he was he just pulled up to his parents. He just kind of waved, and then I did a vroom, and then I guess he realized there's somebody new, and he's like...
I was wondering what you were doing when I was pulling up. What is this guy doing? He's acting like he's gonna run out in front of me.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
I didn't know.
And I was going my glasses up and down.
I was like, what's that guy doing?
Yeah, I'm sure the neighbors are like, dude, this side by side is about to get hit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Did you see me earlier today?
Yeah.
I was in my mom's car.
Yeah, your mom, and then you, and then Emily.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Did you know it was me right when I passed you or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
because I flashed
knew,
the lights?
I knew it was your dad's truck. So I waved, and I was, that was Miss Rhonda. And then I saw her car, so I'm just going to wave because there's someone in this, and then it was you. And then there was a truck in between you and Emily, and then it was Emily. And Axel?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I knew there was someone else in there.
This is how my day went.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell the inside of my day just because it's more, I'm not really disclosing it to the world yet. So we're just, we're not going to mention anything about it.
Yeah.
At the time being.
Hush, hush.
Yeah, until we know final things. Anyways, a lot going on in my life right now, to say the least. Anyways, though, today, Martin Luther King Day. We mentioned this last week, so man, I didn't even listen to our podcast today.
No, I listened to it.
I didn't really have
last
time
week,
though, to be completely honest. But so today's Martin Luther King Day, so I'm off work. Yesterday, a Sunday lunch where my parents and my mom was like, I think they're babysitting my nephews and nieces.
Your nibblings.
My nibblings, yes. And they wanted to take them to the Alligator farm in Grand Salinas area. So they're like, yeah, that'd be cool. They would love to do that because last time we went to the zoo, Zeke wanted to see alligators. They didn't have them. They swore it out. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. So we're like, we're better than literally a redneck farm. Yeah. So she's like, yeah, we're going to take them to Alligator Farm. And I think I could do it with Elena. We could do it. And then she's like, oh, Jesse's not working right now. Let's take Jesse. And she tells that to Jesse, hey, you want to come? And Jesse's like, well, Ryan didn't have work tomorrow either, so if he wants to come, I'm like, yeah, I ain't got nothing going on. And then last night, my mom's like, well, just called Emily. It turns out she didn't have school tomorrow, so her and Axel are going to meet us there too. I'm like, oh, sweet. So we get up, get ready, get our day going, get there, and about 10 minutes after we're there, we finally get set up to actually start walking. We haven't even started looking at anything yet, and Nick shows up.
What the heck?
Yeah, so Nick came too. So, man, we had like pretty much family reunion at the Alligator farm.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Big old happy alligator family.
They had a lot of alligators. Not gonna lie.
They have a white one, like the albino ones.
No, I didn't see
What
one.
they used to.
Might have, could have just not seen it, you know. But they had, I would say, 10 to 12 alligators in like one pond. Had a lot of ducks. They had some monkeys and baboons. And a finks. Is that what it's called? Finks?
A cat? Like the cat thing?
Yeah, yeah. Then another cat thing. And then a cervic. Is what it's called? It's another cat. Some weird deer. Kangaroo. There's some kangaroo.
Yeah,
Apparently one had one in his pouch. There's this old one. He was straight up throwing gang signs. He was like chilling like this. Like, no joke. And like his eyes like super squinted. And he's like going like this. Throwing up fours.
Like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, dude.
Snoop Dogg kangaroo.
I was like, whoa. And then he finally got up and like started going to us, and he was moving slow. I mean, he old. But yeah, and man, a tortoise. They just let their tortoise just walk around. Yeah, because like ain't nothing gonna happen. They ain't gonna run away.
Those things live forever.
Those things get old.
But they're like almost eternal. They live like hundreds and hundreds of years.
I feel like it depends on the type. I feel like they can live 100 years. I don't think it's likely for them to live much longer most time. You know parrots? You know how long parrots live? They live like
50?
No, I think it's like 70 to 80.
Dang.
Yeah. Like they can outlive a human.
That's a long time to have a bird squawking at you.
Especially a big old parrot. So I went to a customer's house one time, and I thought they were having a child get killed or something. So I heard, and the parrot was screaming. Yeah, they're like, no, it's our parrot. It's just our parrot. Okay, man, whatever.
All right, whatever.
That's how you parent your kids. They did have a parrot at the farm. And
Snakes.
A lot of snakes and tarantula. They had a lot of different things.
So hold them. They used to let you try and hold snakes.
See,
and stuff.
I thought so. There wasn't a lot of workers there. There's only like 2-3 girls, and then there's some dude walking, but he wasn't even like walking in the park. So I guess they just like when their prime time. Yeah. I'm sure they do a show every once in a while. Wasn't even a lot of people there, which I mean it's kind of like not a hush park, but not as well known, I guess. Yeah. Since it's kind of in the boondocks and whatnot.
It's kind of weird that it is in Grantsaline.
Yeah. I was telling Jesse, I'm like, yeah, I've only been there like, this is probably my second time I ever go. Like, one with the homeschool group.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I don't think I've ever gone. I'm like, well, here's what you need to expect. Because this is what it was like a long time ago. I think they finally got it more like OSHA approved type stuff. Like, it's more official or whatever. But like, back then, it was basically like some rednecks went to the lake, caught a couple alligators, threw them in a cage and said, hey, y'all, come look at the gators we caught. And now they kind of expanded, caught some snakes. And
yeah, I remember snakes. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember they always had snakes.
You hold them. I was like, since COVID, I didn't know if they let you hold stuff now. Stay 6 feet away from the snake.
Yeah. Well, the snake's already 6 foot.
Yeah.
No, they're some big snakes though. But like, I don't know if I would have held one or not. Just being me.
Heck nah.
Right.
Right.
I think maybe Emily might have. Even Emma might have. Emma was not scared of a thing.
I bet not.
Like, you're feeding donkeys, bro? I don't want to feed no donkey. Yeah, like, nasty. I did. It's nasty. His breath was all hot. And he was like...
Yuck.
So, and I also fed a kangaroo a carrot. Not going to lie. I was pretty terrified of the kangaroo. I like to feed a kangaroo because I'm like, I feel like they're feisty animals, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's like, the way they're portrayed in movies.
Yeah.
Sure.
Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah. Remember that movie with Steve Carell where he's like throwing his son an Outback birthday party and the kangaroo gets loose and he has like chase it through town, like Alexander and like no good.
Oh, that was that movie.
Yeah, at the very end.
I hadn't really watched the movie all the way through.
It's pretty funny. I thought it was a pretty fun movie.
Yeah.
Hashtag blessed. That's what I always think of that movie with the teenager. I can't remember what he's talking about. Prom, maybe? Someone's hot girlfriend. He's like, yeah, I got like the hottest girl in school, taking her to prom. Hashtag blessed, It's like Bella Thorne.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's the dude from like 13 Reasons Why or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of before he got famous, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
that's probably one of his roles.
He's in a band now, I think.
Really?
Yeah, called the Wallows.
The Wallows? There was another moth.
The Wallows or the Wallows, however you would say it. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess we'd ask them.
Ask them.
Yeah.
I have one of their songs.
I feel like my lisp is bad. There's a video of me and my siblings. Elena, she was like 2 or 3. Emily's like 4, and I'm like 6. And you know me, I had a terrible lisp, even worse than now. And it's like a home video. We're supposed to go to the zoo. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm ready to see the lions. I sound like Sid the Sloth. I'm like, yeah, and the snakes. The snakes are really scary. And man, it makes me cringe. Because I mean, I know I have a bad lisp, but like braces helped that a lot.
Yeah.
And man, it was pretty bad. Pretty bad back then.
Sid the Sloth. That's funny.
Sid the Sloth.
Yeah, he does talk like that.
Yeah.
The actor like kind of talks like that for real though.
He really does.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. He's a guy that's like on
he's in a lot of things.
Waco.
Yeah, he's in Waco.
Ice Age.
Ice Age. He was in Playing with Fire with John Cena.
Really?
Yeah,
he's also in the Popeyes commercial. I think he's a voice. Such a weird thing.
He's in like an action movie for like a little bit. It might be John Wick. He gets killed real fast.
Probably.
There's a action movie.
It's like one of like the first John Wick though.
Yeah, I think so. There's like one movie he's in where he gets killed off really fast.
Tough luck.
Yeah.
Tough luck. What about you, man? How was your week?
My week? So far? You mean like today and yesterday and today? Or just
you know, since I don't know, man.
I didn't really do anything.
I feel like you told me you were going to tell me a story. You're going to wait for the podcast. It could have been a work story.
That was entertainment, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I do have a work story.
I think I only have one anyway, so.
Yeah. And
can you hear this on the podcast? A little bit.
A little bit.
Not bad. Cool.
And we've already, like, what I was going to say for local news, we've already talked about, so.
What was that?
Revival.
Revival in our soul. Oh, yes, Lord.
All right, local news. Sand Springs Baptist Church is having revival.
Really?
Featuring brother Mark Thrift.
Mark Thrift. Now I know all you Goodwillers are really excited about this one, but it's not like thrifting. Okay, it's a completely different thing. You were thrifting for the old revival in your soul.
I think he's pretty thrifty though, because he said they set aside money every year so he could go on a mission trip. His church did.
Is that what he said?
Pretty thrifty.
Pretty thrifty. He said he from H-Town, huh?
He from the H, the city of H.
But he ain't. So he's not a pastor there, right? He's just a
Not
preacher.
now.
He's an evangelist,
minister.
right? So you kind of fill in like John Yates be doing. Speaking of which, also in local news, my sister.
Just every time. No. Don't say she went. Did she go listen to him, bro? For real?
What?
Did she go listen to John Yates?
You're gonna let me finish my story here. She is going to West. Well, where's she?
Monroe.
She's going to Monroe this weekend for basketball, and they're leaving like Thursday. And I'm like, man, I want to go. And then Sunday we go to his church. It'd be kind of cool.
I was.
She's like, yeah, I want to do that. But I was like, he's more like, what interim pastor.
Yeah.
So he doesn't preach all the time, just kind of here and there. I mean, maybe now he is. I don't know. I would think not, just because I feel like he still does the FBI ministry. I feel like that's why he's not the pastor.
I was literally thinking about him yesterday, and I was like, man, we should still. We've always talked about it, man. We need to just go.
I would love to. I wish there was like a schedule. There might be on their church like John Yates Day.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to go to the
FBI. To get there.
Yeah, we can go to the FBI service too. I'd rather not. I'd rather go to just listen to them to see how it is. But the thing is, I feel like it'd be fun listening to him because I don't think it'd be long-winded. No, because every time we do our segments, he goes over a little bit sometimes. But he says it real fast. Okay, well, you know what? And that's gonna be it. We're gonna pick it up next
the
week.
break.
Yeah.
Enjoy your 10-minute break.
Yeah. We only get like 2 minutes, man.
I know. Miss Vicky was like,
I use the restroom. Like, you already started.
Yeah, I know dang well it didn't take me 10 minutes to pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then eat cookies and whatnot. But man.
Yeah, I know. Like, it would be like pretty easy because it wouldn't take that long. Like, even if I didn't ask off for work, like we're leaving at 12, we'd get there by like 3 or 4 to Monroe. It don't take that long to get to Louisiana. right?
On a Saturday and
Yeah.
just like spend the night.
Yeah, and then like
Listen to them for Sunday morning.
you come back.
Yeah, right back. How
You
far?
can say Sunday and Sunday night. I still don't feel like it's that long.
I don't think it's that far either. I think it's like 4 hours like minimum and stuff. Let me just search the old maps. Monroe. What is your official guess?
I'm gonna guess 3 hours and 50 minutes, maybe. That's it. I don't want it to be that long, but that's what I'm gonna guess.
So my guess was 4 hours. Yours is 350, which is pretty much the same thing. We're both wrong,
Oof.
thankfully, by like 40 minutes or something.
Okay.
It's not my best math, but 3 hours and 16 minutes to Monroe, Louisiana.
Not bad.
Yeah, and
That's not bad.
that's like right down the middle. West Monroe's over here. We might as well go see the Robertsons. Hang out with them for a little bit.
Is that the Duck Dynasty people?
Yeah.
They're from Monroe too?
West Monroe,
Mm.
which I'm pretty sure is just Monroe. They're not that far from each
We
other.
might as well stop by the Duck Commander store, take a picture by the building with the duck on it.
Might as well.
Might
Everybody
as well.
else does it. Why can't we?
Here we go. 2023. Just like, just now got here.
That'd be funny. They're probably chilling out there like, what are y'all doing, man? Like, y'all are idiots.
Yeah.
This is a trend back in 2013, all right? Or 10 years behind schedule.
Don't they know we ain't been on air since like 2014?
Yeah, and they probably wouldn't even care if we talked to them. Be like, yeah, we're not even famous that more anymore.
Yeah, for real.
Well, I mean, Sadie, she's pretty famous. She does a Winter Jam like every year now.
Yeah.
And what else do they do? Winter Jam and
She's always on my Explore page. Like I've never
Yeah.
even watched one, but she like her reels are always on my Explore page.
what is it? Not Winter Jam. What am I thinking of? It's like a revival thing. And they have like a lot of people singing and stuff, just like Winter Jam would be. I don't know, man. I can't even think of it. I'm
Well,
getting messages over here. Sorry.
yeah, revival.
Uh-huh.
We got 3 more nights.
Monday, Tuesday.
What's your
Wednesday.
predictions? You think you're gonna keep talking about a healthy church?
And I think you're going to switch it up. Talk
gonna
about sin
switch
a
it
little
up?
bit. You're going to talk about sin.
I'm talking about sin a little bit.
You're going to talk about Jesus.
Well, he said that our passages will be coming out of like Ephesians 4. I looked last night and there's like over 20 passages. I mean, there's over 20 verses in there, and he only got to like
16.
16. So I don't know if he meant the whole chapter or not.
I like how both sermons, he said, all right, we're going to be out of Ephesians 4. And just for the sake of time, we're just going to read verse 14. Like he reads half of it, and then he skips and he reads like 4 verses, and then he ends up reading everything. I'm like,
I know that too. I was like, what happened to the second time?
yeah.
Well, I don't understand. Like, I don't know what that meant.
I ain't never been a pastor, So.
Yeah, I don't know what that meant when he said he's gonna read 1 verse either. Because I was like, you're only gonna use 1 verse.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I'm going to preach over this whole passage, but I'm just going to use 1 verse. Like, I don't
Proceeds
know if
to
that
use
makes sense.
16.
Yeah. But you know what? As the Lord leads, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up last night, I thought he was going to do the invitation. And he said, man, I want to close, but I just feel the Lord leading. I'm just going to keep on going.
The Lord won't let me.
The Lord won't let me. I was like, oh, he's going to preach again, and then we're going to have another invitation. One of those. So here's what I'm wondering, right? We call it revival. And I don't know what else we should call it, but should we still call it revival? Because it's like, it's almost weird saying we're going to have a revival. Oh, you're predicting that you're actually going to have the revival? Like, the revival is a state of being.
Yeah.
It's something you're doing and having inside each one of your own souls, or as a church in whole. Because, like, what if you have the revival service and nothing changes, nothing happens, or, it's just like one person or something? Like, this is a brainstorm moment. Like, what would you call it instead?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just like
a
extended service.
no, you don't have to have like a. I don't know.
It has a good ring to it, revival.
Revival.
Repentance. We're gonna have a repentance service. It seems a little passive aggressive.
I don't know. Maybe just say we're gonna have a guest pastor for a week. Like that's what it always is. I
We're
mean,
gonna
like,
have church featuring Brother Mark Swift, like a featured artist.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of get what you mean though.
It just kind of seems strange because now I feel like I'm obligated to have a revival, which I mean, it's not a terrible thing, but you don't ever want to feel obligated for anything. So
Yeah, well, I think it just comes from like the old timey days, like the Great Revival, and people just keep calling it that.
because like was it supposed to be a revival, or they're just like, yo, we're preaching? Because I think how it originally started is I think there was just this small church that a couple people got saved, and like this preaching just got really good, and then their hearts started changing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could be dead wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Small church, and they just started a fire, and they slowly started inviting more people, and I think it was just like a week-long service of just doing preaching,
Yeah.
and it got really, really good, and everybody's enjoying it, and like changed lives were happening, people getting saved, and then they're like, let's go another week.
Yeah.
And then they went, let's go another week.
Yeah,
And
I've
all of a
definitely heard
sudden,
about
it just expanded, and I guess just like the whole country was having this revival, and then Billy Graham came up there and said, repent!
Was it Billy Graham though?
Well, was he not the one that preached a great revival though?
I don't know.
We gonna find that out, because
I thought Churchill.
don't give me a line.
Wasn't Winston Churchill a preacher, or am I just putting that there because his last name is Church? Am I wrong?
Winston Churchill?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was like a
politician?
not a dictator, but a minister. Yeah, so he was a former prime minister of the United Kingdom.
Oh, heck.
And not to be rude, but I'm almost positive that he was not a great man. Again, he was on the Conservative Party, so I should say he was good.
All right. I was just mixing church with some of them.
What was Winston?
There is a Churchill though that was a preacher, right? Look that up.
Okay, well, Winston Churchill was an inspirational statesman, writer, and leader, I don't know the other words, who led Britain to victory in the Second World War.
Well, there you go.
So I mean, he might not have been a terrible dude.
Look up like Churchill.
But like, this guy look mean though.
He doesn't look very like a nice person.
What'd you want me to say?
Look up like Churchill preacher, like Churchill missionary or something.
Here's a Churchill speech.
Just preacher.
Yeah.
Just like Google it. Nobody popping up.
Reverend Victor, youngest preacher in Kenya. Winston Church.
Maybe that's what
That sounds familiar.
Winston
Churchill.
Church. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It's like literally just no hill.
I don't know. Maybe you're right, maybe you're not. I gotta search up who did the Great Revival.
I don't know.
Great Revival.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean, wasn't
I
it?
mean, Billy Graham was like super famous.
Let's just see. Moderate evangelicals such as George Whitefield. That's probably might have been who you're thinking of. I've heard George Whitefield. Jonathan Edwards, heard of him. Gilbert Tennant, have not heard of him. Jonathan Dickinson and Samuel Davies, who preached Puritan traditions, were the former leaders of the Great Awakening.
The Great Awakening. Maybe that's what we should start calling it instead of revival. An awakening service.
Dude, that would not be bad. Let's call it the Awakening.
Because, like, I mean, it's meant to revive the community, is what they're meant to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, even if, like, the whole church, if, like, I don't know, 65% of the church had real revival, which, you know, they always say that at the end, I can tell, you know, that there was revival in this church this week.
Yeah.
But it's like, but in the community, it's like, not like we change anything. It's just like, we go back to our normal preacher on Sunday.
That's the sad part.
Like
you wouldn't, like, hope that we could see significant change, I guess.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm sure at every revival we have some type of changed life, and you know, we normally have someone get saved. But like a big change of your life, and that'd be cool. And I'm sure there always is. But just like the whole church as a whole.
Yeah, the church as a whole, yeah.
What did Billy Graham do to change the world? Excuse me. It didn't say anything about the Great Revival over here.
Well.
I know he was like one of the greatest evangelists, you know.
Yeah.
Billy Graham was most important in evangelist since the most important evangelist since the Apostle Paul. That's pretty crazy.
I heard a joke about Billy Graham the other day.
Did you? Was it about graham crackers?
No.
Oh.
It was Billy Graham was driving a limo. All right.
Okay.
Going too fast. gets pulled over.
Yeah.
You heard this one?
No, I've never heard a Billy Graham joke in my life.
I don't know. And the officer rolls down the window, sees that it's Billy Graham. Calls his dispatch, whatever. He's like, "Hey, I got something special in a limo here." And the person's like, "Well, who is it?" He's like, "I think it's Jesus because Billy Graham's his chauffeur." And my dad thought that was hilarious. My mom thought it was really funny. I mean, it's good, but it's like, I was like, "Why is Billy Graham driving a limo?" And he's like, "Yo, let me finish the joke." So I was like, he's like so rich. And like, why is he the one driving?
So he's driving the limo, and he's saying that he's driving, and in the backseat must have been Jesus.
Yeah, he thinks Jesus is in the back because Billy Graham was the chauffeur. It's kind of funny.
I guess. I mean, depending, if you're at church. What is this one? Oh, no. Do we have a laughter one?
No.
Really?
Really?
Why didn't we do that?
I don't know. But hey, we got X's, so we can add in that laughter.
There we go. You have X's?
In Texas?
In Texas. Hey, let's move on to our next segment. Work hard. Yeah, that's right. It worked for us. Did it work last time, that one?
No.
That's when it cut off?
Yep.
I think I remember this off the top of my head. So I'm going to go first because...
Go first.
Why not?
Go off, bro.
Go off, King.
Go off, King.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so check this out. Pretty much everybody I work with vapes because that's the way of the world. I think it's terrible.
That's the cool thing to do.
That's what they say. And then, you get addicted and you can't get off. And, don't know what to say. I will talk to somebody who vapes and tell them I think it is not healthy for you. But I will also say I know that it's not healthy for you. So it's not a new thing. Anyway, so my coworker, he's vapes, and he was trying to get a flavor for his girl, right? So we're heading home from Emory, and he stops at the gas station, walks inside for a minute, comes back in. I didn't get it, man. I'm like, oh, dang,
Oh,
sorry. So then he drives just like another mile, goes to another gas station. They ain't got it either. Shoot. Then we keep on driving. He's like, man, I don't know, whatever. And he's sitting there. Hey, you know where the bakery shop is in Emory? Like where you make baked goods and stuff? I'm like, yeah. You know what? We haven't passed it yet. I think it's right here. Where that car is. Take a left. It's all right. And he kind of barely misses the turn by accident. It's all right. So he makes almost a U-turn. Goes, pulls in their driveway, and barely pulls past it. And around this bush, I look, and the sign lit up in neon. Vape shop. I'm like, shoot, man. I thought you were trying to go get like a cookie or something for your girl makeup. Nah, you're just still trying to find the vape shop. It's all right, bro.
Did he find it?
Yeah, he did actually.
He did? Okay.
He said it was like $70 or something. No, you know what? He didn't. We ended up having to go all the way to Alba to the gas station there, and that's where he bought it. And he said it was like $70. I'm like, wow. That's expensive, bro.
I did not know a vape was that expensive.
I think he got like a specific one, but still, that's expensive, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because I don't think he got the juice. I think he got the whole like pen or whatever it is.
Especially if you like super addicted and you hitting it every like 10 minutes.
The good thing about him, out of everybody else I work with, he does vape, but it's like I feel like he could be somewhere like in a customer's house and not have to. Where I'm not saying my other coworkers do, but I'm like some people are so addicted that they have to be hitting it like every 10 seconds. It's terrible. He like every once in a while, probably like I don't know, 3 or 4 times in a minute. I mean, still bad. In like 10 minutes. So not like terrible, but it gives me a headache. So, and I haven't told him this. I feel bad about telling people that, but it gives me a headache every time. Anybody.
Yeah, it does.
So especially in a car, and I'm like, oh. So I don't love it, but yeah, he's not as bad. One of my other coworkers vaped all the time. Thankfully, when I first started working with him, he decided to quit. So he stopped. It was awesome.
Quit the job or quit vaping?
Quit vaping.
Oh.
Yeah. So he quit the job. It was awesome. No, so thankfully I've not got into that. I don't plan on it, mainly because I know it's addictive. So I know if I even tried it, I would be, hitting it.
Yeah, and it's gotta be hard, like if you have it on you. Cause it's like having like a bag of chips on you. I mean, like if you have a bag of chips, you're gonna eat it until
You can't
they're
just have
gone.
one.
Or yeah, if you're watching a movie and you got a bag of chips, you can eat them for a little while.
Mhm.
But as long as the movie goes on, you still have that bag of chips.
And I
You're
think
reaching back.
another problem is with vape is, so like if you have a cigarette, normally they don't smell as great and they kind of like mold on the walls and stuff. So you never really smoke a cigarette inside your house. You're normally going outside to do it. With a vape, depending on which ones you have, one thing, they all smell decent, right? They smell
they smell
fruity or
fine.
whatever. So it's almost like a air freshener or whatever for your house. I guess people might be thinking, I don't know. So you can do it in your house, and it's a little vapor, and it looks like it just vanishes and disappears real easy. So it's nice. And then you can even have some that are like barely any smoke that really comes out, so you can't see it, so you can hide it well and whatnot. So I guess in everybody else's mind, they're like, it's better than a cigarette as far as how it smells. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't give much opinion. I don't want to be mean to be judging people. I mean,
Yeah.
there may be a lot of people on our podcast that vape. You know what? I'll tell you, and I'm not going to apologize for this because
not
you know it's
healthy.
bad. It's not healthy. You know it's bad. So, but you do what you want with your life. And it's your money.
Yeah,
At
it's
the end
your
of the
body.
day, I don't give a dang. As long as I ain't doing it, my wife ain't doing it.
All right.
So, actually, my coworker, he said, what would you do? He said, if you came home and you had a vape, you think your wife would be ticked off? I said, yeah. He said, I think I would be too. So,
Yeah. You want to hear my work story?
yeah, we might as well. We're 40 minutes
All
into
right.
this.
Today, we got our shipment of onions in, and this
Onions?
guy wanted onions.
No, onions.
And he wanted like half reds and half yellows, and there's like two different types of yellows. I just didn't read the paper, so me and Lorenzo, we put it all together. It's like 30 onions. And I go in, I put the piece of paper on it. All right, we're holding this for this guy. And then when I looked at the piece of paper, it said like yellow Granex. It's not the type of yellow I put in there. So I was like, oh crap. So I told Lorenzo, and I was on my way back and down the stairs, and dude, right under the stairs, there's another piece of concrete that comes up, and I was running, I was walking pretty fast.
I was about to ask you about this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see me limping?
Yeah, I saw you limping.
Bro.
And I was going to ask you, but I was like, I bet that had to do with his work.
Yeah, like my ankle went up, and you literally heard, like it popped, and I just dropped to the ground. I dropped the onions and everything, and like I didn't have to cuss because Lorenzo cussed for me.
Hey, there you go. Get you a friend who cusses for you. You heard it first
Yeah,
from the
it was
Gonzalez
like-
Galyean podcast.
Like I was like, I just like dropped to the ground, and then Lorenzo cussed for me, and then he's like, stay there. He's like, I got icy hot. He ran off. He gave me some icy hot to put on my ankle. I've never used that before.
It's really weird feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
It gets cold first, right?
Yeah, it gets cold first, and then it gets hot. And the thing is, like, you could tell it was working. I couldn't really tell at first until like it wore off. Like halfway through the day, like around like 3:30ish, it wore off, and dude, the rest of the day hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could have went back and said, hey, I'm gonna take some more of your icy hot, but I was like, I'm not gonna go.
It really is really nice, especially like for your muscles, man. If you hurt your muscle,
Yeah.
so like for your bones, sometimes it can help out, but your bones more deeper in. So
Yeah. And then I told Junior, I said, bro, I used to be known for this, like having my ankle,
Oh,
like
you're still known for it?
spring and
Shoot.
twist. This one hurts more than, or I don't know, maybe it's just been a while, but it hurts. Yeah, so.
Well, here's another thing I heard that, once you have twisted your ankle once, then it's
Mhm.
way easier to do it again.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like it's usually this one, my right one, because
Yeah.
that's the one I can pop on command.
I've twisted mine pretty bad before, but never it always retwists, but it's not like super easy. I don't twist it that much.
Yeah. Mm.
So, it's not terrible.
Yeah, well, it hurt. So I'm injured right now.
You'll take it easy, my boy Steve.
Yeah, I'm handicapped right now.
Yeah, handicap.
I know if I'm. It's gonna be a good excuse not to come play volleyball whenever they're gonna play. But look, man, I can't do that. Making me trying to spike back on me.
You can be like Joel when he hurt his leg or his leg. A little
I know.
sore.
I'll have to fight through it.
Oh man, can't do it. Now my other leg hurts too.
Yeah, well, Joel played through it the first night.
Really
Yeah, it was the second time I think that he didn't.
dramatic.
It is what it is.
What's next?
Entertainment.
Entertainment. We
Right
like to
on.
keep it short and sweet,
Entertainment, short and sweet. Right to the point.
And speaking of,
I have to get out my notes for this one.
I have been trying to watch Only Murderers in the Building, me and Jess.
Uh-huh.
Not going to say it's terrible, because it's not. But I will say it is such a weird show.
Yeah.
It just... And it slowly starts to make sense. But, like, you know, he started seeing Bugs Bunny and Porky the Pig. Threw me off.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, man. Steve Martin.
Is that like the episode where he drops the egg?
Well, he keeps on dropping the omelet because of that same flashback.
Yeah.
It has something to do with the cruise.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
Anyways, it's just weird, and it's not making any sense. And then he finally told a story, like a backstory, and it made a little more sense. It was still just strange. So, everything about the show is weird, but it is still intriguing, interesting enough to continue.
But do you know who Tim Kono is yet?
We haven't got there.
It's the first episode. The name of like the first episode. Like, who is Tim Kono?
Yeah, I think it's second or third.
one.
So, we're only 4 episodes in. So,
I'm your host, Charles Hayden Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Martin Short is the best part of that show to me. Dude,
It's pretty
he
good.
is so funny.
Yeah, funny guy. Really, they both are. Honestly, I think Selena Gomez is rather annoying.
She can be. Like
Just
her
voice.
character.
I just feel like her voice sounds stranger than normal. I don't know.
Her voice has matured since Wizards of Waverly Place.
Well, I miss it. She sound cooler.
I get the reel on my Instagram
She just sound
all
like
the
a stopped
time.
up.
Yeah, she does sound like kind of like that. But it's like the one you remember when they did the Dark Angels in Wizards.
Yeah.
No, there's only like one shot in where they like throw her wand off like the top of the Hollywood sign, and she's like, "My wand," and like her voice cracks, and like every time I see it, it's so funny. Like people keep reposting it. It's like, this is the cutest thing Selena's ever said. I was like, why is it cute? It's fun. I mean, I guess like I don't know. I gotta get into
What you got, bro? What you got?
All right, so this is what I was gonna say the other day that I watched. But I was like, nah, I should probably say for this podcast.
Yes, sir.
I watched We're the Millers the other day for the first time.
Oh, I've seen that.
You have seen it? You've seen like all of it?
Yeah. Speaking of the tarantula. Psh.
Seen it for Tarantula, for real. No, it's because I finished Ted Lasso. And I didn't know what to do with my life. And I was like, I think I have another movie with Jason Sudeikis that I haven't seen yet. So I was looking through all my movies. And We're the Millers. I was like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to watch that for a long time anyways. And so I watched it.
Is that Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I knew that it was a movie where he had to like get a fake family.
Yeah.
But I didn't know why. I didn't know it was like a drug movie. Where he had to like
Yeah.
go to the border. Dude, that was so fun. Like the whole thing is just funny. Like the whole concept.
It's a pretty good movie.
But yeah, and then like you have Ron Swanson and like Agatha as the other couple.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so funny. Like I don't know. It was definitely raunchy, and I definitely got uncomfortable like at least 3 times. Like this is too much. Like I might skip this. But, like, I persevered. But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. It was
I enjoy it
it was
a
definitely
lot.
an interesting movie, to say the least.
The only criticism I would have was like I think I would cast someone else instead of Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
I did not like her acting in this movie.
She's, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't like her.
I feel like Kristen Stewart would have been better.
You know, I think I just relate them as the same person sometimes.
I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I thought the part where they were like doing the song, and then like the kid goes like off with the rapping. Dude, that was so funny to me.
Oh yeah, like
it's pretty great. But yeah, I finished Ted Lasso, and then I watched that, and then I think that's it.
nice.
Except for the news. Did you hear they're bringing Phineas and Ferb back for 2 more seasons?
Really?
Yeah, the same people, like all the same cast and like the same writers and everything.
For 2 seasons?
Yeah, 2 more seasons.
Seems kind of strange. Wonder if they're gonna do like a movie or something. I mean, everybody liked Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb was great.
Strike
That
up creativity.
and, after Paramount Plus canceled Workaholics, they announced a Zoey 101 movie. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, it's
So
called-
we're
the
gonna
name of
finally
it-
figure out what happens.
I guess so. It's called Zoey 102. I think it's a good stupid name, but like,
Stupid.
like 101's the name of the dorm she's in, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't even remember. I would just
Pretty
call
sure
it
it is.
Zoey 101 2
I don't know like, why. Yeah, I feel like maybe you should like call it something else.
or Zoey 101 the movie,
Yeah, something like that.
or like
The reunion or something.
what about Chase Zoey 101?
Chase Zoey 101. Or like Zoey 101 30-year anniversary reunion or whatever. Class reunion. However long it's been. It ain't been 30 years.
Zoey
We're not that
101 30. Zoey 101. They're getting old.
I haven't actually read the They're getting old. I haven't read the article. I don't know who all is coming back. I know,
Yeah.
I know Jamie Lynn Spears is,
Has to.
but I don't know. I would assume everybody is. I mean, what are they doing with
Yeah,
their lives
yeah,
right now?
yeah. I don't know. I would figure.
Yeah. Maybe not Victoria Justice. I don't know. If she is, that's cool.
Oh
don't
yeah.
know.
Like her first thing she was in.
Yeah. One of the first things I remember her being in.
Yeah. That'd be maybe exciting.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be cheesy. You know.
I'm just wondering. I wonder if they're like, because Paramount Plus is the one that brought back iCarly and made it like adult. I don't wonder if Zoey 1 is gonna be that way. Like if they're gonna be like cussing and drinking and all that now.
Maybe. I feel like iCarly was something you could make adult.
I feel like Zoey 101 will too.
Zoey 101, I just feel like you should.
Zoey 101 was like, dude, they were like at a college, but they were like 12. When you rewatch it, I'm like, dude, why would they allow any of this?
It's true. Hey kids, y'all go live over here.
This is the girls' dorms, this is the guys' dorms. Yeah, right.
There's like no adults
Yeah.
ever,
So you
except
have
for
all
like a
these-
few teachers.
Yeah, you have all these like 13-year-olds who are starting to question themselves and all this crap.
But then again, Harry Potter's the same thing, except for you got magic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And the Addams Family, or Wednesday.
Yeah.
People just not be thinking these days.
Yeah, I know.
Not be thinking. All right, right
What's
on.
that? On the music?
Yeah, because it was 6:14.
Yo.
Yeah, sure.
What you got today?
I don't even know if I have anything, but my Apple Music just told me that there's a new release by Hovey and Lecrae.
It came out today. I haven't got to listen to it.
Interesting. It's called
Because
Walk.
it's 116 Day.
So we can just kind of have that mentioned. I'm not gonna mention this song, and I think I talked about Hawk Nelson last week, so
You did.
I'm slacking. Sorry,
So
I'm
you ain't
just
got
waiting
none?
for my boy NF to release music.
All right.
He said, "All right."
I listened to some. It's not new because like I just never listened to it when it came out. Did you listen to Ty Brazzle's new album?
I had no idea.
I think
Wait.
it came out like last month.
Oh,
Like 2 months ago.
I think Bradley talked about it. I think I might have listened to it. No, I don't think it
It's
is.
called like Transcendent or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I do know what
it's
it's
like
called.
alien-y and stuff. It's like,
Transcendent.
you're like alien spaceships. You are now entering transcendent stuff like that. He did have one banger in the chamber though. for
Oh,
real.
did he?
Yeah, it's called Right on Time. It's got Paris Carriz in it, and I like that song. I was listening to that one. I had my AirPods in. I was like, "Hey," I was doing my laundry. I'm like, "Hey, hey." Man, if I had a workout playlist, or if I had any use for the workout playlist I already had, it'd be on there.
I will download this. I like Paris Carriz can drop some heat sometimes.
Oh yeah,
man.
he's a good artist. in
He's a
general,
featured
but He's a
artist.
great featured artist.
Yeah.
There are some people that are like that, dude. And I like even like in the even in like the secular world. Like I feel like there's like people I'm never gonna listen to their own stuff, but when they're featured in something, they go hard.
What's his name? Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Lil
yeah.
Wayne is an
Same way.
amazing featured artist.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever listened to one song of just
Yeah.
Lil Wayne. Like, he's
Eminem.
really good in
Eminem's
stuff.
just good, but
He's
if he's
all around good.
featured, he's definitely gonna be better. Like if you listen to his whole album, there's gonna be a few songs you're probably not gonna like.
Yeah.
But also, I think Anonymity was like that. I think he can drop some heat, but sometimes he has albums that I don't really care for. But if he's featured on a song, it's almost always good.
Yeah, I feel like he's talked before about he doesn't really do features as much, and
Really?
I think he's really picky about who he will pick.
I mean, I could respect that.
Yeah,
Just
It's-
like who you want to work with, as far as sometimes their beliefs or like their values and stuff.
or even like their music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like it could
I
be
feel like-
could put a bad rap on you.
yeah. I feel like I hate to like be like talking trash, but I feel like 1K Fuse that way. Like there's some like I do enjoy listening to 1K Fuse albums, but to me if he's like on a feature, like I'm gonna listen to that song.
He's way better featured, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Like
He's
I
a
don't
great chorus.
Did you hear that? I saw it yesterday. That Lecrae and Tedashi's song is on the new Apple commercial.
There's an Apple commercial.
There was an Apple commercial.
Like
Yeah,
just
for,
on
the new
TV?
phone. Yeah, it's like
Oh.
shaking. It was promoting the new iPhone. Like you can like shake it or like run with it and it stays straight.
Oh, it's like a stability, whatever.
Yeah, and it was like a track race where they're running, and it was playing the "Get Out of My Way" song. Get out of my way.
Get out my way.
I was
Get
like,
out my way.
okay.
My way.
Yeah. You can hear like Lecrae and Tadashi on the Apple commercial. I'm like, that's kind of fire. We're just sitting there in the living room. I was like, I know this song.
That's pretty heat.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Interesting. Maybe one day someone will play my songs anywhere. But, till that day.
Till that day.
Nice. That was your music?
That was my music.
Okay.
On to the next.
Yep.
Reflect and deflect.
I'm just not loving it.
I think it's going to catch on, dude.
It will when people start making fun of us.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
hey, we flagged.
When we,
Hey, deflagged.
when we start, like, when we say something in public that we need to take back, they're going to be like, reflect.
Did you even click the music one?
Mhm.
Did you?
Yeah, you don't remember it?
I don't.
I definitely played it.
That one's kind of a banger. You can't even tell like who's a yeah and who's a hey.
Yeah. We sound so similar.
Man, it's the snap days coming back to us. Reflect, deflect. I was gonna apologize for the podcast being shorter, but we're at 50 minutes. If we even ended it right now, which we probably would in relative like 5 minutes, then I feel like we've done good, especially for the time we have. We're just kind of trying to rush it, and sometimes you can't apologize for everything.
Yeah.
And I for dang sure ain't gonna apologize about my beliefs on vape.
There you go. Stand firm.
Yes. It's part of my Christian beliefs. I don't believe in vape because the Lord said in the Bible,
Thou shalt not vape.
for if you do, your soul will become destitute.
Oof.
Is that the right word?
You're going to need a Bible dictionary for that one.
Let's search up
I know dang well that Mark Thrift threw that word out last night.
Did he really? That's probably why I said
that's
it.
probably why you said it.
What would it say? Bible dictionary destitute?
Or
what?
What does destitute
What
mean?
does destitute mean in the Bible? Or destitute in general? Let's search up. How do you spell destitute?
Toot. T-O-O-T.
Definition. Without the basic necessity of life. Ooh. The charity cares for the destitute children. It's kind of not having. So what did I say? Your life will be destitute.
Your life. Yeah, something.
Not
like
having
that.
is what it means. So, towns destitute of commerce. Yeah, so I'm pretty much a scholar. Anyways.
Yeah, it's in there a second time. I think it's like the second time is when Jesus says, "Why callest thou me Lord when thou vapest?"
Yes.
Yeah, that's in there.
Can't vape. Praise the Lord. Can't. What is it? The verse about serving two masters?
On to Peter. He was like, Peter, we ain't doing that. What's that? What's the other one?
No, when he cannot. He who serves two masters. What is that verse?
Yeah, one cannot. Yeah, he who serves two masters.
Serve two masters. Like say to one.
You can't serve two masters.
Pretty much.
So put the vape down.
Yeah. In a way, that's actually halfway context there.
That kind of makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, it could make sense. We're not preachers.
No,
we're
we're
evangelists. We're pastors. Matter of fact, we're just two dudes with the microphones.
Yep. In a closet.
Yep.
All right.
Anyways.
Oh, I didn't reflect. I'm gonna reflect and deflect on
Yeah.
on saying that Winston Churchill preached the Great Revival, I guess, because that was dead wrong.
That was dead wrong.
Man.
Well, you know what? He was a prime minister. Maybe you're thinking Churchill. It's like, oh, that's a Christian name, and then you forgot the word prime, and you're like, man, he's a prime minister. Like he ain't just a minister, bro. He top notch. He prime time type razzle, bro.
Prime time.
But you know what? You got it wrong, and the Lord still forgives you.
Yes,
I know He does. You
right.
know He does, and I hope that you know He does. Preach.
Amen.
Amen.
But we can do a heck nah. I don't.
Oh, I forgot about heck no. Do you vape?
Heck nah.
It's just that easy.
It's that easy, and that's all we
While we're
have
on
to
the
say about
subject.
that. Do you quote the Bible out of context?
Heck nah.
Yeah, no. We will be at the altar tonight.
Yeah, for real. Do you assume that someone led a great revival because the word church is in his name?
Heck nah.
Yeah, that's. I can't believe we did that.
Yeah, that's like who's the guy that plays Sandman? Thomas Hayden Church. That guy, he's out there like ministering right now.
He's like, I know Jesus, I guess, but my last name says I had to be, dude.
I have a daughter.
You know.
So okay, but that's how it is, man. That's how it is. You know what? I said 5 minutes. We're right at 5 minutes. Man, we did good. We're getting better at the podcast, aren't we, guys? Y'all don't have to stop.
Let's stop.
Cut it.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, that's how it is, and that's how it works. And it's great to have you all here today. We're going to sign it out. This has been Gonzalez
Galyean.
out.